Let's go. Welcome to the QB School. Let me know that I'm coming in loud and clear. Hit me with your favorite emoji in the chat, and let's crank this thing up. Boom. For real, though, make sure I sound all right before we get cranking here. I'm excited to be here. A little American holiday version, Monday evening. Love it. QB12, Tom Brady, thank you for the heads up. Coach Grays, brah, for real. Bruh. What's going on? What's good out there? We do me a favor. How about this? A little change up for the chat. Hit me with an emoji of the weather where you're at, because I've heard it's not great out there. It's sweatshirt weather here. Well, brisk in the 60s. Like cloudy, some cloud. Seriously though, if you're in weather though, hopefully you are safe and warm and have electricity and all those things. Don't mean to joke around about it, but it's not here. Winter in Coronado, sweatshirt and a vest. Crazy. Bill, what's up? Loving all the courses. I appreciate the support, Bill. Bill, what do you like about the Pass Pro course? Hit me with your favorite. I'm having good week last week. Launch of that sucker. Oh, there you go. We got. Oh man, mine is 12. Coach Grace. Goodness. There you go, Connor. I like that. Yeah, I would say it's like a mild winter, maybe a slightly chilly out here in San Diego right now. Cold as hell in Dublin. I like it. Checking in from the homeland, Dublin. Nick, what's good? Yeah. Hit me with your Davis. I see you with the analytics. I'll get you. I'm a fan of analytics. I think it's obviously a little bit easier to be a bigger fan and more use of analytics at higher levels where that data is available. But I definitely think you can be saturated by it and still have to know what type of data to look at and what type of analytics are the most important. All those types of things. But yes, we use everything we possibly can. We try to make some strategic decisions based on what we're going to do based off those types of numbers when they're available. We got Florida in the house. Chill. We got Philly in the house. Caribbean. I like it. Shake money. Nice. Cha-ching.
Cheers.
Oh, I keep forgetting that I switched my mic. -3. Yikes. All right, what we got for football questions? We are in draft season, right around the corner. Months and months of draft videos. I'm fired up. Saw some Trevor Lawrence. Emilio, what's good in Mexico? I saw some Trevor Lawrence footage of his pro day. Watched none of it except for like some crazy throw I saw in a cut up. So we are all about draft videos here for the next few months. Tomorrow or Wednesday, who we doing? Zach Wilson, BYU. Already done the video for the Patreon community. It's a monster. Need to do the YouTube version. You know the drill. Highlights, lowlights. Mario, I'm sure I will probably do a top one again, although it got me in a lot of trouble with Herbert last year. We'll see, though. Revisit that in half a decade. That's usually how long it takes to crank out a real evaluation, in my opinion, of a quarterback. Keenan Jackson, JT, when you line up on scrimmage before the snap, what is your step-by-step process of scanning and breaking down the defense to see if you want to audible or not? What is your process? That is a good question. Unfortunately, the answer is probably not going to be exactly what you're looking for. It depends on both your offense, your system, your flexibility at the line of scrimmage. And then for me, it's what concept is it? If we're running a call it, run it, I'm not looking at anything. I don't care what they're doing. If I'm looking at a potential like, I might have to change the run, or I'm looking at a specific type of read, if it's a pass play, yeah, I might be looking at the shell. I might be looking at, corners. I might be looking at all of the above. But do I have a standard generic menu that I go safeties, linebackers, defensive front, corners? No, I don't. I don't ask our guys to do that either. We try to play really fast, so that would be impossible. I think most times you have to have a good understanding of the shell, that meaning just the safeties and or pulling the string if you take the pass protection course. But beyond that, it really depends on the play and the system. Sometimes if you're going to get heated up with full out pressure and you really do have the ability to audible, on our high school team, they don't have the ability to do that. But that's what I'm looking at on the sideline as far as what we're trying to do. Hopefully that helped. Hey, thank you for checking in all. Do me a favor, if you haven't, smack that like, crush that like, however you best want to frame it. I do appreciate the support. 67 of our closest friends diving in right now all together. Pretty cool. Talk a little bit of ball mid-February style. Simon, JT, what would be the best landing spot for Deshaun Watson if he's traded? Best for me or best for Deshaun or best for you? I would prefer him to go to the Niners just so we could watch him more on the West Coast. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't thought about it. I probably would prefer him to go. This is all I really care about, especially with people who, I like his game. I think people who like ball like his game. I want him to go to a stable organization. So that immediately cuts off like the bottom third, in my opinion, of organizations that consistently have turnover, that have never won for whatever reason. It's tough to get past that. And so I hope he goes to a franchise that's stable. Be great if he went to a head coach that's has a little bit of stability, but I don't think it's a game breaker either way. I think it'd be fun to see him in San Francisco, but I think it'd be fun to see him in a lot of different places. I think it'd be fun to see him at any organization that gets an opportunity to thrive here in the next few years, because there are certainly some organizations that are hitting the reset button and are years away. And so you don't want to see that. That's all I really care about. The Saints would be a gnarly fit. That would be amazing. Coffee. Miami. We got all the Miami. I'm still a fan of Tua. I mean, you guys can't be surprised by that. I'm not like, I don't think he has to go to Miami for Miami to be good. I think Miami's got a shot to be really good. Shake Monkey. Let me know where y'all think he should go. Has JJ Watt landed somewhere yet? I honestly haven't watched a second of news. I feel like there's no sports on right now, although I'm sure some NBA fans would. I don't watch college basketball. I don't know. It just feels weird. Shane Cram, how do you feel about co-offensive coordinators? I think it can serve a purpose. I think, the real offensive coordinator is whoever's calling the plays, but nobody really knows what the planning is like, and it really depends on the level. When you get into the NFL, you can really have co-guys because some people can do the run game, some people can do the pass game. You see that run game coordinator, pass game coordinator. But, the real coordinator is whoever's calling the plays. But then how it's constructed, how the game plan is constructed, it can vary by what level of preparation, how much change goes from game to game. I also think it's a nice way to manipulate titles for people who are aspiring to be head coaches or move up, to go from position coach to coordinator, or to run game coordinator to co-offensive coordinator. If you're still coaching the running backs, you're just a running backs coach. Your title's changed. And so there's an element of that to it as well. But, I don't think people are going, okay, you call first down, you're the you got second down, and we're rotating like that. I don't think that's how it works very often, if ever. All right. What else we got? I feel like I'm getting smacked here on some good questions. Mr. Karma Face, check out the logo, bro. I saw somebody else already helped you to it. But boom, you're welcome. Over the watermark. Thank you, Davis. Hey-o, Zach Davis. Appreciate you, sir. Boom, big time. Hit me with your Twitter handle. Make sure to get back at you in a quick bit. Very cool. I sincerely appreciate the support. Everybody in the chat that you see has a logo, is a Quarterback School YouTube member. So it's an easy way for me to see your comments and try to do my best to get back to the members. Easy way to support the channel. Monthly subscription. Very cool. Zach Davis coming in hot at the highest level. Very cool. Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate the support. I really do. And then when the colors change, the longer you've been a member. So cool for me to see the people who have been invested and locked in here for a little bit. It really is cool. And so thank you. Life is a gamble. How are you feeling about two OCs in Miami? I am not feeling anything about it. Couldn't tell you who the two OCs are. I have no idea about it. I really think, and I don't think I'm telling you anything anybody on this chat doesn't know, but every organization is run differently, right? Like it's not like a franchised out McDonald's where there's like and I've never worked at McDonald's, but like a manager, an assistant manager, and everybody has like their roles tiered. Every organization is different. Every team is different. Every year is different. And so what that looks like, who's constructing the plays, on a lot of teams that I was a part of, coaching staff wise, it was head coach, offensive coordinator. Usually the offensive coordinator is calling the plays. That offensive coordinator is usually not coaching a position, although they're usually most often tethered to the quarterback position. So they're in 50% of the quarterback meetings, depending on how much they trust the quarterback position coach. But usually you'll do like the installations with the coordinator and the quarterback coach. Then you have a wide receiver coach, running backs coach, tight ends coach, and O-line coach. And each one of those coaches, position coaches, has a specific part of the game plan that they're responsible for. So like the O-line coach is usually goal line, short yardage, obviously pass pro, pressure, those types of things, run game. The running backs coach, usually like red zone. They throw them that bone. No offense, running back coaches. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, coaches, they usually have like third down, maybe red zone. And so it's those types of ways that I'm used to seeing it divvied up as far as responsibility for the installation, the preparation, all those types of things. Caleb, yo. JT, what's your take on Dion at Jackson State University? Pretty cool. I'm fascinated. I think it's great on a number of different levels. Hopefully he goes there and just blows it out of the water. I'm sure he's going to get some pretty sweet recruiting done. I'm pretty sure he's pretty smooth in the living room, on Zoom, etc. So I think it's pretty awesome. I'm fascinated. Oh, on that hot note, who here, if anybody, weren't there FCS games yesterday or an FCS game? Isn't FCS started? Life's a gamble. Boom. Coming in hot. Super sticker. Appreciate you. Look at this. I'm learning the terminology. Love it. If FCS games are on, do me a favor and hit me with where I can find the TV schedule. Because I looked to see if it was on TV, and I follow a couple degenerate gamblers. No offense if you're one of those people. They're probably not on the stream, but they were upset that the game wasn't on. So I don't think it was on out here. Nice. Fired up for some D2 ball. I think people will be shocked. If you don't watch FCS football or you never watched lower level college football, really give it an opportunity, because especially if there's a local team that you can like root for, I think it's good ball. It's obviously not, college football playoff type, athletes all over the field, but it's good football. It is really good football. And if you're a young quarterback, young football player in this chat, and you got an opportunity to go play lower level college football, I'm telling you, you better be ready to rock and roll, because you walk in there with some adult males in there that have been doing it for 5 years that take it seriously and play at a high level. I'm a big fan. Dawson, FCS football has super talented players, just hasn't even been shown very much. I don't disagree. There are some super talented players. Joshua, I'm still not over Vincent Jackson news. Man was a legend. Man, what a bummer. I literally know next to nothing about what happened with Vincent Jackson. I know that he died today. I was at the zoo most of the day. Hopefully, I don't know if this is just me speculating, so I don't want to get off into exactly what happened, but hopefully him and his family, I don't know if he has young kids, whatever, feel terrible for the entire situation. It's a bummer. I know, I'm sure a bunch of stuff will be coming out about how difficult it is for guys after they're done playing to sort it out and figure out the second half of life, or the second 2/3 of life. And so it always hits home, especially when people, he's a handful of years younger than I am, and it's just, sad, brutal on so many different levels. He was a beast, man. That dude was a monster. He was big. He was big. He was like 6. I remember seeing him I remember every once in a while, not every once in a while, I always felt like the littlest guy in the field, but every once in a while, I felt like I was on like an NBA court on the field, and he was one of the guys where I was like, that dude is big. Looked like a fucking power forward. Nick's got, what we got? Zach Davis, D2 manager. I like it. It was fun. There you go. Well, you're in the right spot, Zach. I appreciate the support. Good luck. Let me know how you get back into it. Nick, JT, do you think the tanking will become a bigger thing in the NFL if we see successes in Cleveland and Miami? I mean, I think it's harder to tank. And the reason I don't think it's harder to tank. I think it's harder to transition the tanking into success because football is such a team sport. Like, even if you get Trevor Lawrence, you're still, a lot of guys away from being a Super Bowl contender, as opposed to tanking for Zion. That I feel like now all of a sudden you're playing Christmas Day, you're in the, top echelon, not maybe the exact top, but the top tier of teams that get national TV, those types of things. It's just different in hoops. So I don't know if it will ever be exactly the same. I don't know. What we got? Kev Colley, do you think Matt Corral, did I say his name correctly? I apologize. I think that's the Ole Miss dude. I never really seen him play. I was planning on doing him over the offseason. Although, is he even coming out of the draft? I still think he might have an extra year. Oh, yeah. AO, what up, Chess Pieces 58? Man, we got 110 of our closest friends. Do me a favor. Crush the like if you haven't. Oh, check yourself here. 2 things to talk about. 1, Pass Pro quiz. If you've taken it, hit me with your score. I'm just fascinated. I haven't looked at the numbers to see how many people are done what. I would enjoy seeing what you got in the score. If you remember what you got. Oh, Charlie, that's true, bro. It is a Bud Light. 7 out of 10. All right. It's not bad. There were some tougher ones in there. I made it tougher, I would say. If you haven't taken the quiz, hop over there, take it. I do appreciate the support. In addition, this was the other part I was going to come to. Playing around with the idea of the next course being kind of a condensed free version and just putting out one, basically not lesson, but like one video a week and doing it through email. So if you're interested in that, make sure you get over to the quiz and hook up the email with a real email. And it's a way you can be locked into the next course. I'm probably going to start filming that course. If not this week, the next week. It's going to be on probably going to be on quick game stuff, just because I think the quick game is in like a weird space as far as, some people don't do it at all. Some people only do RPO stuff. I personally think that the quick game still has a important part in high level offenses. And so I think it's an important part to talk about execution, how to do it from the quarterback position, how to play it, the reads, my favorite elements of it. So that's something that is down your alley. Be on the high alert for the email course. Oh man, come on, Charlie. You can find it. Isn't the quiz in the description to this chat? I'm pretty sure it is. Jeremy coming in hot. I'm watching D7 Ohio film right now. The defense is really hard to watch because it seems like the coaches aren't doing their jobs. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Joe, this is all I got in the fridge, bro. Actually, how about this? I don't want to turn this into a beer show, but the Joe's on next level. Went to the zoo today First time I've been to the zoo in a year. The zoo is a big deal in San Diego. We have a very nice zoo. It's a little weird, I'm not going to lie, to be around a lot of people. I don't know if it was like whatever, but weird. It wasn't packed, but it was not empty either. But I had my first draft beer outside. Our first draft beer probably in almost a year. Like, I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Actually, that's not true. I remember the last meal we went to. We called it the Last Supper because we thought we were going to be locked down. And I don't think I had a beer at that thing, though. So, I mean, I can't remember the last time I had a draft beer in public outside, and it felt amazing. It really did. It was. I personally don't know how everyone's doing with this thing. It's been tough on a number of different levels, but the last like 6 weeks have been like, ever since the new year, it's been like, all right, I'm ready for this thing to move on. And so I'm excited to get vaccinated and get this thing moving on. But man, the draft beer. I didn't know I missed it so much, Joe. Appreciate you, sir. Oh, Connor, that's a good idea. We could do a test. I'm not afraid of a test. There you go, Josh. All right. You have the Pass Pro course and the QB School tool. That's true. I hadn't put the quiz out, actually. If you go to Twitter or if you go to one of the last videos, I have the quiz in the description. It's amateur hour on my fault. I apologize, whoever is trying to take the quiz and can't find it. It's out there somewhere. You'll be all right. Bad storm, Big Deezy. John Ebram. Good to see you, sir. What we got here? What was your favorite double move to throw while playing? Really any, this is just because I think it's easier. Any double move to the boundary. I used to like sluggo, stutter go for me was like a 10-yard kind of stutter, like you're going to run a stop route, take off and go. I thought it was to the boundary. It was way easier because it's crazy shorter throw. Get one-on-one, nice little back shoulder opportunity. Those were my favorite, and really they're the same throw, sluggo, stutter, anything like that. I never was a big like wheel guy. We run a lot more wheels in high school than I ran when I was younger or playing in college or the pros. I'm trying to think what our other double moves are. We used to run a lot of post corners in college, but take forever. Hard to, hold on to the ball that long. Let me know what you got favorite double move wise in the chat. Man, Sam R coming in with some hate. In the wrong spot, homie. Ooh, the chair route. Yeah, I feel like the chair route is just like a more condensed. It's almost like a red zone sluggo. I don't know. Never really got a whole lot of use out of it in the like the open field. Throwback zag. What the hell is that, Charlie? Let me know. Or Coach. Sorry, Charlie. Coffee with Coach. I don't know what a zag is. We got some guys throwing the wasp out there. That's a big time throw. That's a big ball throw. Brock, thoughts on Pro Football Focus and some of their analysis? Zero thoughts. Never really looked at it at all. I'm sure they do some great stuff. I know they got a bunch of people doing stuff over there. I think I've randomly messaged with a handful of people who do that type of stuff, and I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. Oh, Dino's a strong one, Shane. That's a good call. I will. Ooh, I'm going to put that in the course. I'm not even going to tell you right now, but I used to have. We'll tell you. One of my favorite double moves, and this will be in the email course. I'm going to literally put it into the roadmap of the course as soon as I get off this chat, so I don't forget about it. We used to run this thing called the Quick Dino in New Orleans, especially with Joe Horn. Man, the guy was amazing at this route. It is a slant. Okay, so go with me here. It's a slant, but normally a Dino is a post, corner, post. It takes forever. I think of like Jerry Rice and like 88 running it. It just takes forever. And guys just, it's hard. A quick Dino for us in the red zone when I was with New Orleans was you run a slant and where you would break out to run like a red zone slant corner or condensed post corner. It really is a condensed post corner. You run the slant, you stutter your feet like you're going to run to the corner, but then you keep running the slant. So as soon as you see him stutter his feet, you throw it low like at his hip, and he goes down, protects himself, touchdown. Joe Horn, this thing was amazing. I remember seeing it on the installation, being like, that never going to work. Then you get out there, basically you run a slant, and then when you get to the part where you would break it off to bust it out to the corner, you just stutter your feet and keep running the slant. The thing is dirty. Man, I like that. Where did I get that from? Shane. Appreciate that, Shane. Totally forgot. All good, y'all. Thanks very much for hanging out. Crush the like if you haven't. 100 plus of us in here talking ball. Uh-oh. Caleb is a former... Oh, you're talking about me. I got you. How do you feel about Ed McCaffrey getting his son to UNC and Wyoming, former OC, who's coached Jay Allen Wentz and East and Stick going to my Montana State Bobcats? I don't know if I get the question. I think you're just talking about Ed McCaffrey's kid plays quarterback. If he does, I don't know anything about it. His other son is pretty good at football. Santos, checking in from the UK. Appreciate the global support. There you go. Jeremy knows what I'm talking about. Slant corner. Why would you waste a player? Oh, this is a good question. Jimmy Dean. Why would you waste a player on a clear route? In one of your vids, you say you never throw it to the clear route. Seems like a waste. It's a good question. That's certainly, I think, is a valid point. I think the reason why you would do it is to open up someone else. And I think a lot of teams run variations of clear routes. They might not call it a clear route. We call ours clear posts, just because I want them to run as fast as they can through there. And if they know they're not going to get it, people will eventually take their foot off the gas, I feel like, a little bit, not go as fast as they need to go to clear it out for the next guy. But we run a lot of clear routes. You clear somebody out on the outside, run it out underneath them. You clear somebody up the post, you run an in or a dagger behind them. It's just about clearing out space, creating space to attack certain zone looks. Boom. Appreciate it, Shane. JM, loving that. Josh Allen. Man, pretty impressive improvement he had this year, no doubt about it. Beverly Charles. What do you think of coaches that never played football but are QB coaches? I think it depends, I guess. I think you certainly can do that. I don't think you have to have been a quarterback to be a quarterback coach. I don't think you have to be any position to be that specific coach. I think it potentially can help. I think that there are elements of conversations that can be a little bit more rich if you have been, in the helmet, in the pocket. But that's probably true for every position. I coach right now. I'm coaching running backs, tight ends, quarterbacks. Did some offensive line last year. Like, I don't, just because I've never, kicked somebody out doesn't mean that I can't get us to hopefully attempt to do it correctly. So I don't think it's a deal breaker. I think it's, probably more common, especially at the quarterback position, just because there is probably a little bit more like perceived kind of secret sauce stuff, how the sausage gets made, so to speak, as far as like, how does it really get coached up, those types of things. But I think that you could say that about any position. Boom. Shane, that's a good question. I would probably say the Texans right now. That's just me, though. I would say Sid Harth. I would say Burrow for me, but I know Herbert certainly had a pretty special rookie year. Still pretty amazing that the dude was able to come in the way that he started that first game, not having any preparation, and did a really nice job. I still think that it's going to be a tough situation. New coach, a franchise that has traditionally struggled, both of those guys, but the coaching situation, turnover, those types of things, tough. Adrian, talk Tanner Morgan, please. I did a video on Tanner Morgan last year. I'm sure I will get to more Tanner Morgan. I don't even know what year Tanner Morgan is. Is he coming out of the draft? Is he exhausted his eligibility? Well, nobody's exhausted their eligibility. I don't know. I really need, after the first 4 guys, that's not true. After the top 6 guys, not top 6 guys, the 6 most prominent guys that I've seen, I don't really have a feel. I don't even know who for sure is coming out. I think Book is coming out. I need to do a little bit more. I've been more just collecting the film and less worrying about who exactly we're gonna do. It's true. There's a lot of ghosts out there. Coffee with Coach. I agree. Heyo, appreciate all y'all hanging out. I really do. Let's go a couple more minutes here, coming in hot. Charlie, I don't know who the favorite quarterback is right now coming out. I really don't. That's what the next few months are locked in for. Redman 443. First time I've seen that name. Is there anything a QB can do when the rush is getting home so quickly, like the Bucs defense in the Super Bowl? Well, I mean, I think that there are a number of things you can do specifically for a quarterback. If I was playing quarterback, I would hopefully tell my offense coordinator, play caller, hey, let's mix this thing up. I think obviously you'd love to run the ball earlier. You'd love to get the ball out of your hands, quick game, maybe some perimeter screens if you're not in the league. Even if you are in the league, again, just different ways to change the launch point for where the quarterback is throwing. I think obviously at the end of the game, in the Super Bowl specifically, it got out of hand. And when you're behind that much and you got to throw and you got short edges, meaning that there's no tight end on the edge, you got short ones for the defensive end, you got to get the ball out of your hand. And so it's just tough. And there's not one thing like, oh gosh, I wish Patrick Mahomes would have done this or done that. I don't think that's fair to put on anybody. I think collectively you got to have a plan. And they did have a plan. It just didn't work. And it got out of hand and it snowballed. Can you design your own play on camera right now? Santos. Let's see. Can I do that? Let me see if I can. This is going to put me on the full on capacity of what's going on here. We're living on the edge here, Santos. I'm going to try though. Nope. Sad. Next time. That's a good idea. All right. Let's do a few more here. Andy Green. What's good? Do you think they should bring back NFLE? Seems like overall quarterback play would benefit from it. I think selfishly it would be great to have some sort of developmental league tethered to the NFL back. I think that NFL Europe was a great experience for me. I'm not sure how it would impact the overall, performance of the quarterbacks. I think for the guys who aren't round one early picks, it's critical, and it was great for a lot of us to get over there and really play, because you just can't get those types of reps in practice, in mini camp. You can't be the quarterback of a team when you're the third guy. You just can't. It's a different level of responsibility, different level of not preparation, but practice, performance, all those types of things that you can't replicate. And so I think it would be great. I think it was a money pit at the time, or at least that's the perception that we had playing in it. And so how you generate revenue from that, we'll see if they can ever find a way to do it. But as far as the lower quarterback tier group of players, that big pool of people, I think they would absolutely benefit from some sort of developmental league. Matt SH. All of the QBs coming from the CFL never pan out well. Really? Warren Moon, Jeff Garcia, Doug Flutie. I'm sure there are others. Warren Moon's pretty good. Miles, can you do a film breakdown of you, please? Done. You're late to the party. Patreon community. XFL is coming back, are they? I don't know. Appreciate you, Matt. There you go. Boom. J Rum. Is that what? 2 M's? Yeah. The Ravens receivers dropped 7.5% of their passes in 2020. No other team's receivers dropped above 7%. I don't know. I believe you. Chris Williams. JT, what do the different levels of membership get you? That's a great question. I think the baseline entry for the YouTube membership gets you basically a badge and some emojis. The next one, I think off the top of my head, gets you maybe early access to videos when I get out in front. And this is actually this type of time of the year where I get out in front videos and I put it early access for the Pro Bowl and MVP. And then the MVP level, I think I follow you on Twitter. Those are the only people that I follow on Twitter with the Quarterback School account. So really, it's a way to support the channel. Cooper, I'm not sleeping on the CFL. Probably some people in here are. It's good ball. It really is. Alex, I didn't watch very much of the XFL, so I can't tell you. But I can tell you that I liked the little that I saw of PJ Walker this past year for Charlotte or Carolina. All right, here we go. Maybe 2 more. Lock this thing in. Get off. Have some meatloaf tonight. Pretty excited about that. Adrian, you got to let it go, man. Being a hater for Brady winning another one. Shake it off. Miles, what can I do to help with my deep ball strength so I can throw far? I think there are probably certain things you can do as far as in the weight room, diet, getting bigger, getting stronger, getting older, becoming a little bit more explosive, doing the same things that you would do to, get faster speed-wise. But there's no secret sauce like, hey, if you do this or twist your arm like this, you'll throw it harder or farther. I think it takes practice. I do think it takes practice to learn how it feels coming off your hand when you change trajectories, whether it's more the opposite, going from someone who can throw really hard to someone who needs to have some sort of touch and can't pull the string at all and really struggles to kind of throw anything that isn't a fastball. I always think is a little bit harder. Usually if you can't throw, you don't get an opportunity to throw. But if you can throw and you can throw hard, some guys struggle to, take anything off that and have any touch, like on a screen pass or shallow or corner, anything that needs to be kind of anticipated. We are going baked potato, peas. Personally, I'm an applesauce guy with meatloaf. I don't know if that's faux pas or what. The meatloaf is special heart-shaped. Valentine's Day. You're welcome. What does that say? Since 92 TV, Goff or Stafford? Stafford? Question mark? I don't know. All right. I appreciate you all hanging out. I will continue to try to do these on Monday here on the regular moving forward. So be prepared, locked in. Let me know. Have your questions dialed up. And again, I sincerely appreciate y'all hanging out. If you haven't, check out the quiz. It will be in the link to the descriptions to the rest of the videos. Tomorrow, let's go Zach Wilson, knock it out. And then anybody else you want to see locked up that isn't a top tier guy, hit me on a bunch of different social media platforms, and I will do my best to get to all of those videos. Again, I sincerely appreciate the support. Have a good one. Take care. Good night. Boom.